Warframe lore in 3 minutes or less. Today we'll be talking about the Stalker. Before I start the timer, let me be clear. No, not like that. Thank you. So before we start, let me just go ahead and do one thing real fast here. Oh, this last one's heavy. Okay. Heavier than it looks. This is the Stalker, one of the few remaining original Warframes in existence. He is actually a rogue Warframe swearing revenge and retribution against the Tenno. Why exactly? Well, back when the Orokin were around, Stalker was originally a low-ranking guardian, or low guardian, named Soren, who fell in love with a woman of similar standing, Jade. However, their respective ranks did not allow attachments, let alone bearing children in the Orokin Empire, but that did not stop them from committing woohoo. The Orokin did find out, Ballas being one of them, and being typical Ballas, decided to have a little fun with the situation, turning them both into Warframes, with Jade being pregnant during the process. Despite that, in an act of repent, Stalker continued to serve the Orokin in the hopes of seeing Jade again. Later, the rest of the Warframes would turn on their Orokin masters, except for Stalker, who is overwhelmed but is saved by Jade, now a Warframe herself. Vengeful over his failure and betrayal of the Warframes, the Stalker swore revenge on the Tenno, hunting them wherever possible. Even getting close in the second dream quest, but hesitates after learning their true form, but would later change his mind going after the player character in their orbiter, only to be bested by them. Fast forward to the present with Jade's shadows, and we learn that Stalker has been secretly nursing an injured Jade for what may have been thousands of years, with her seemingly succumbing to her injuries. And Captain Zito of the Corpus tracking Stalker down for stealing their supplies, curious to his intentions. With nowhere else to turn to, he eventually tries to persuade the player character to assist, to which we happily agree. Just please put the blade away, Stalker. One thing leads to another, and as it turns out, Jade is in the process of giving birth. She succeeds, but at the cost of her own life. The Stalker takes the newborn child and in an emotional escape is almost taken down by the Corpus, but the sound of a crying baby causes Captain Zito to stand down in a moment similar to the finale in Children of Men. And that is currently what we know about the Stalker so far. There's a lot of others to keep in mind of, but we'll cover those when we get to it. But what of the baby, you may ask? Well, in a heartfelt moment, Stalker takes it to Lua, presumably where everything began for him, and that is where he decides to name it either Sirius or Orion. Or in this case, you, the player, are deciding for him, which is, that's a thing. And this is all important to keep in mind of, because the next update will be covering and continuing the story with Jade Shadow's Constellations, the next upcoming update coming out later this year in 2026. So if you like this and you want to hear more, please feel free to leave a like and continue the discussion in the comments section, especially if I missed something. Please let me know.